Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I am so tired, but a couple cool things is yesterday I had a little bit of a difficult day. It was actually, I'm telling you, so Cindy with the whole bundle has been a savior for me in learning how to, Loyal as he's growing and as he's getting older, and he's 3 weeks. He's 3 weeks. I can't even believe it. It feels like yesterday I was pregnant, and then I've just been watching him grow. Seriously, literally watching him grow. And so yesterday was a little tough because I was just misreading his signs, and he was overstimulated and tired, and I was also very tired. So thanks for all your love and support. I appreciate that a ton. So Cindy came over and helped me understand what Loyal was telling me. And during that time, Loyal and I had a better conversation. Last night was amazing. He's still feeding every 2 hours, so I get up and feed him. I am his food now. Here you go. and so I'm up, and then, of course, burping, changing, swaddling. Swaddling and getting him back down to sleep to make sure that he doesn't rise up and get really chaotic. This may have to be cut real short. So, in case he wakes up. He's been on this 3-week growth spurt, so he's been real cranky. He just hasn't been wanting none of this. He's had a little attitude, and he's been very hungry. And I'm trying to produce as much milk as possible, but that's not really up to me. But I'm eating like a maniac. Anyway, long story short, I did much better today. He did much better today. I actually got to curl my hair and feel a little slither of me. But this new me is even better, and I love it, love it, love it. Even with the hard times, because Cindy came over and basically watched me sob for like half an hour. So make sure you check her out. I think it's wholebundle.com is her website, but she's in Raleigh. She's a live-in doula, which I'm her last night project. So she doesn't live with me. Wouldn't that be nice? So anyway, during this time, it's been quite amazing to learn so much, that just things that aren't in books, things that really only experience time. And Cindy's been doing this for 10 years. So I've just found it fascinating that almost every day to every other day, there's this new thing to learn about Loyal and his progress and how he's growing and what he's trying to tell me and how he tells me, and that changes. So it's really fascinating that even though I've done a ton of videos and books, it really is completely different than just having him in your hands, and then also having somebody there that has been in it over and over and over. So we were talking last night, and I just think that there's this need for people to be more real about the shit that goes on behind the scenes, because I'm still wearing mesh panties, still having lots of weird things happen down here that just makes it kind of not fun and awkward. My cesarean, you guys, can you see that? Still got a belly. And look, my mesh panties, listen, I don't care, I have no shame. So the skin looks kind of weird. It's when does that get tight again? And then also it's way down there, but my little scar, that's my scar, and he almost didn't fit. So when I saw my doctor, she was like, I tried to make the scar as small as possible, but he wasn't gonna fit. He was a big baby, and I'm a small human. So just all these things that nobody ever talks about, because it's not sexy. It doesn't pay. It doesn't have this ooh la la appeal. And Cindy and I were talking, and we can talk. I'm a talker. She's a talker. You get us talking about something fun and fabulous that we love so much, like babies, like little baby Loyal, then we won't shut up. So I was gonna sit down and do a series of interviews, specifically as Loyal goes through this growing process, and I'm learning, and there's so many amazing moms out there. Oh my gosh, you guys' messages are incredible. Talk about motivating and keeping your chin up, and love. So thank you for sharing those with me. Thank you for just putting yourself out there. So you guys' messages have really kind of inspired a little bit of a different angle that I want to expose. It's the nitty gritty, you know. It's the suck and swaddle. and you know, what I'd like to do is have Cindy on and interview her for some major questions, like some fundamental timelines for newborns. And then also some things that you just aren't going to get out of a book. My sister and I are also going to go through about the nitty gritty of the gross stuff of being pregnant. And listen, you know, you can put some lipstick on, curl your hair, and do your lashes and look beautiful and have these really amazing photos. But when it comes down to why I put my stuff out there, a lot of my personal stuff out there, is because I want people to learn from my experience. And that has been through my personal journey. You guys have known a lot of that. Recently, I've been keeping that a little bit closer to home. But then there's the even more personal journey: pregnancy, birth, what to do with the baby. What do you do with the baby? He's not old enough to play yet. So, like, he wakes up, I give him my boob, he poops himself, I give him my boob again, he pees himself, and then he goes back to sleep. Maybe if I've swaddled and shushed and swayed and loved correctly. And it's just kind of wild. So if you guys are interested, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post on my timeline. No. Is that MySpace that I just kind of shout out? Or Facebook? I don't know. Mommy brain is real. So I'm going to post on my story on Instagram with a little questionnaire thing, and then you can ask some questions, and I'll pick a couple of the top questions, and I'll sit Cindy down for an interview, and we'll get some of that. I don't know why that is. We'll get some of those answers out there. I know my ADD is real bad sometimes, so I make it work for me. Anyway, yes, I am trying to revamp my YouTube page. I was working on that while I was in Tampa, and I hope to continue to work with Slice here in Raleigh. But it's just, I'm trying to take some time off so I can have this amazing time that I won't get back with Loyal. You know, this is really important to me. And I've done some things here and there on social media because I love social media. It's keeping me fucking sane, okay? So I just want to get out of the house. So occasionally we'd go on walks. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, post your questions on there. Hopefully Cindy and I will be able to go through them and answer the ones that are like going to be most helpful, most critical. I'd like to see some sort of timeline, meaning that, you know, starting from the basics, like what happens day one? How do you swaddle? How do you properly shush? I didn't know you had to get louder than them. If they're crying, you got to shush louder than the baby. She was like, no, you got to get in there. Shush. And so it's a technique, and I love it because I can understand it correlating with CrossFit so much, because there's fundamentals and there's technique, and then there's refining that. And then by the time you get good at something, something else comes up, and you're like, what the fuck? I thought I just had this. And they're like, oh no, we're not going to just do kipping pull-ups. We're going to do butterfly pull-ups. And then we're going to do butterfly chest to bar pull-ups. And by the way, we're also going to do muscle-ups and bar muscle-ups and then weighted bar muscle-ups and all of the fucking things. So that's like having a baby. You start to figure it out, and then you have a good day, and then the next day you're like, none of this stuff works. What's happening? What's happening? Why is my baby broken? He's not broken. He's just sleeping right now. Anyway, it's been fucking amazing. And I've enjoyed the time down, and I'm also really kind of ready to do something physical. I'm ready to go for a run. I'm ready to do more than just walk around my neighborhood. So Anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. I know this wasn't super exciting, but I enjoyed it. So, I haven't really been able to read you guys' comments. I will go through here and save it and read some of them, and just not able to really multitask that well yet. Crazy vaccines. Okay. I have a really great pediatrician. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have a really great baby doctor. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sign off. He's sleeping. Somebody has to show him. There's lots of pictures and stuff on my Instagram of him. He's real handsome. He's real cute. He's kind of a giant baby. He looks like he's 8 weeks or, 6 to 8 weeks, and he is not. He is still 3 weeks yesterday. Oh, listen, guys, if you're going to come on my Instagram, then be fucking nice, okay? Look, I'm a real person, and I try and do good things. I try and make the world a little bit better than what I found it or what I contributed years ago, and make amends for the things that I've done. So if you're going to have something poopy to say, then just take that to yourself, and you can shove it up your ass. So, yeah, I'm still a little rough around the edges. I don't know the answer to that. Let's see. Stand up. I'm not sure why. I'm actually sitting on my bed, so no. And I'm not sure why there's so many bikini posts. Let's see. Anyway, I'm not sure what you guys are saying. It's hard to read. You guys are amazing. Seriously. I don't even have to respond to people that put shitty stuff out there because you guys do it for me. And I love you for it. You guys are amazing. So I'm not putting a timeline on these projects, but I'm letting you know that I'm working on them, and I'm really excited to share more of my journey with you. And good night, little great book. All right. While he's sleeping, I'm going to take advantage of these last, I have about half an hour before he wakes up again. I did some meal prep. I made some chicken pot pie, inspired by a friend that brought me a little mini chicken pot pie, and I was like, this is amazing. It's like really good boob milk, or really good food to make milk. Oh my God, I need a nap. So I'm going to go finish up my little chicken pot pies and have a little sweet tea. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'm going to survive.